Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here bringing you another MLB episode. We've got a lot of good things to cover today. We got the top of the American League, one of the top teams in the National League, and then we're going to look at the Rookie of the Year races at the end of this episode. We're going to start off, though, with one of the best teams in the American League right now. No, we're not talking Detroit Tigers baseball again, even though we definitely could, and we'd enjoy every second of it. We're going to the other top team right now in the American League, and that is the New York Yankees, sitting at a 35-20 record right now, 7 games up on the Rays for the lead in the AL East, 9-1 in their last 10 games, and obviously they have Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. The man is just, he's making a case for being one of the best hitters of all time almost. I mean, this stretch he's on is just insane. It's stupid. It's honestly just stupid. I mean, he's literally hitting 391, and we're almost about to be in June. Doesn't make any sense at all. 18, he's going to, barring injury, we're just looking at the odds, minus 6,000 to win an MVP. It just doesn't make sense. Paul Goldschmidt, is he washed? No, he's hitting 344 out of nowhere. He's just back. But I don't think he was ever that high of an average guy, was he?
Has 5 bombs, 13 doubles, has a triple. Old Paul Goldschmidt's got a triple. I think, like you're saying, a 347 average, 899 OPS for a guy they just gave a 1-year deal to. And he's been awesome.
Yeah. And they still have Ben Rice there too. And he's had a pretty good resurgence year, 851 OPS, 11 bombs, 242 average, 23 RBIs. And he's not gonna be playing every day. And once Stanton's back, he might not be in the lineup every day. And that's a good bat. You gotta be benching either Goldschmidt or him. And you can't bench Goldschmidt right now. The lineup, Trent Grisham's he's just here, 875 OPS, 12 bombs.
Somehow hit we haven't seen a home run out of him in a while, but he's still just raking this year, kind of out of nowhere in a way, after just being really putrid offensively these last couple years.
Yeah. And another guy, I feel like he gets literally no love at all this year, is Max Fried. The guy has a 1.29 ERA in 70 innings pitched, an 0.93 whip, 67 Ks, 7-0 in 11 games started. Just dominating, and no one's talking about it at all. How's he not in, people aren't even talking about from, Cy Young race. How? He's the best.
Yeah, I think that's kind of spot on where you mentioned Goldschmidt, you mentioned Max Fried. We're going to get to Juan Soto a little later in this episode, but you saw the Yankees, obviously, they missed out on Soto in this offseason, and their pivot has been amazing. They pivoted to giving Max Fried an 8-year, over $200 million contract, the most ever for a left-handed pitcher. They bring in Paul Goldschmidt, trade for Cody Bellinger. And these moves have been working this year. We just talked about Goldschmidt. Max Fried, like you're saying, he might not be the favorite for the Cy Young right now because Torrey Skubal still exists, just coming off his best game of his career. But he should be right in that number 2, maybe number 3 slot, depending on what you think of a Nathan Eovaldi, Chris Bubich, something like that. But Max Fried's been, he's always been just this epitome of consistency in his career, where even with the Braves, it's not like he's the flashiest pitcher by any means. He's going out there year in, year out. He's giving you sub-3 ERA. Usually, he's giving you a sub-2.5 ERA and just flying under the radar as one of the best pitchers in baseball. You'd think he would get more love. He would have got more love when he's playing for a team like the Braves that was so good year in, year out for a lot of his tenure there. He got overlooked by a lot of the position players, whether it be Freddie, Acuna, so on and so forth. Now with the Yankees, he would have probably been getting maybe a little overlooked even more than he already is right now. If Garrett Cole was healthy, probably most of the attention would be on him, even with Max Fried being the ace of the staff. You're right. He's getting no recognition for just how dominant and good he is when it's like he should be in that conversation for Cy Young, and then you hear it, and his name's barely either brought up or mentioned at all.
Yeah, this Yankees staff in general. I'm just looking at Carlos Rodon. He's been almost just as good. 2.6 ERA, 72 innings, 90 Ks, 0.94 WHIP. I haven't heard anything about Carlos Rodon this year. I didn't know he's been this good.
Yeah.
I mean, their only struggle again, kind of this year, has been the bullpen. Peralta, or not Peralta, I'm sorry. Devin Williams hasn't been great, but like I think he's a guy that'll turn it on though. But then Luke Weaver stepped in the role, has been great.
Luke Weaver's been amazing in the closer role. They're like,
Yeah.
I know Devin Williams, who's probably a consensus, like going into the season top 3 closer in the league in everyone's eyes. He's been bad, and it hasn't mattered for them because they slayed Luke Weaver into that closer role. He has a .73 ERA right now, .69 WHIP, 23 Ks in 24 innings. Like he's doing everything right. Where he's only given up 2 earned runs all season. For a while, he was sitting at a 0 ERA. That he kind of really started showing himself a lot in the playoffs last year when they went on that World Series run. And now, if your all-star level closer isn't like working, you can throw Luke Weaver into that high pressure situation, and he's going to come in and dominate.
Yeah. I mean, this Yankees squad is just, and like I feel like with how Aaron Judge has been performing, like I don't think anyone's going to expect him to still hit 400, even though he might. But like I think I mean, guys like Jason Dominguez and like Will Warren, these guys like good starts, but like I feel like they could take the next step up, and I feel like that's going to happen as the season goes on. So like you're going to see some guys, even like Cody Bellinger, like some guys that aren't even performing. Another one, like you said, Devin Williams, like if he ends up getting it going, and you have him and Luke Weaver as like your 1-2 punch, like I mean, you're almost talking about like a better Yankees team than last year, which you just lost your best pitcher in Garrett Cole and your best hitter or second best hitter in Juan Soto. So,
Oh no, yeah, this is the Yanks. I mean, we did our preseason episodes where we went through and said who's gonna, rankings for every division. I said the Yankees were gonna win the division, and I took their over on wins. Like that's the big one because I think we both had the Yankees with the division. I took their over on wins, and it was like the week after that it was announced, yeah, Garrett Cole's getting Tommy John surgery, he's out for the year. So that started scaring me. I'm like, are the Yankees not like? Are they going to be fighting for the division? Are they going to be maybe fighting for like just securing a wild card if maybe the Red Sox run away? No, the Yankees have been dominant this year. Everyone's performing like you're saying. Like it's not just Aaron Judge in the lineup, not just Paul Goldschmidt. You're getting production out of Volpe, out of players like Ben Rice, Trent Grisham, Austin Wells occasionally. Like everyone's kind of performing right now and stepping up on a season where I think a lot of people thought the Yankees would be worse, especially after losing Juan Soto and then Garrett Cole going down before the start of the season.
Is Jazz back yet? I don't believe he is.
I don't think so.
I think he's gonna be coming back soon. I mean, like I know we were really high on the Red Sox, and now working out. You're just looking at the division now. Like the Rays are in second place. Like the Yanks are really just running away with this division already. Won 9 of their last 10. Just, I mean, honestly, would you put them in power rankings wise? Would you put them as the best team in baseball?
That's close. I do think they're up there. I think at worst they're probably third at worst. Like I think the conversation goes. I mean, obviously the Dodgers. Then you have them. Actually, the other 2 teams in my mind would be either the Phillies or the Tigers, and I think those are the top 4. I think you can kind of order them in either way, like any way you want. But I think the top 4 I know is that Yankees, Tigers, Dodgers, Phillies.
Yeah, I'd agree. Honestly, I feel like I'd almost put like the Phillies, man. What they've been getting out of their starting pitching, like we were talking about last week, without Nola has just been insane.
Yeah.
Their lineup, and Kyle Schwarber's just like hitting for average now and all. Like it's just everything's kind of coming together. I mean, yeah. I mean, the top. I mean, even the Cubs. You look at it like just the top five is just so like the leaders of the divisions are really just they're good, man. They're really really just strong. I mean, outside of really the AL West. The AL West is really the only one that's not close right now. I mean, I guess the NL West is too, and I guess the Cardinals are only 3 games back, but like I don't know. I just feel like the leaders in the divisions are kind of like where we could see like winning the divisions, you know?
Yeah, and then like I think you're right with those with 5 of those divisions. The only one I think is a little weird is that the AL West, and I think we can see. Well, I think we'll definitely see that just continue to flip flop throughout the season in that division.
For sure, for sure. I don't trust Seattle at all.
No, I have no faith in Seattle. They've
I don't
never
have faith
given
in
us a
Houston
reason
either.
to have faith in them. I don't have a faith in anyone in that division. I know
over under in the AL West.
So I know all of us. I know we said both of us said the Rangers are going to the World Series. That team can't hit. They can't hit. They're losing to the White Sox.
I think they'll figure it out. I know. It's early. Obviously, it's still early. Honestly, we call it like overs on like everything, which is kind of funny. And that AL West, like I think everything's gonna hit because everyone's just so mediocre.
I really like our A's over. I think that's gonna hit the over 71.5 pretty easy. My Mariners on. I think we both took the Mariners under. That is a little scary right now, but
I took their over. I remember because
I have the under. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you took the under on everybody besides the A's. I'm pretty sure, and the Rangers
Yeah, the Rangers and the A's. I took the over. I think everyone else I took the under.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Rangers just yet. Like panic meter, I feel like they have some time like to figure it out. They got to start going, but like
yeah,
I don't know. They might be a team that like trades for batters. I mean, I know Jack Pearson just got hurt, but like there ain't no way that guy's that bad. You know, like I don't know.
That's a whole different conversation about some weird things going on in Texas. We've touched on it a little, but just a more underperformance out of that offense this year while you're getting that old man pitching staff to just dominate.
Yeah. I yeah.
Hey, but Dwyer, speaking of struggling hitters, is there someone
It's time for Dwyer's disappearing player of the week.
Yeah, out in New York, Mr. Juan Soto, the New York Met, been really struggling as of late. Over the last 7 days, he's hitting 087 with a 179 OBP. There's only 1 double, 7 Ks, 3 walks, just not getting it done. Caden, Mr. Juan Soto has not had the year he's wanted so far, his first year with the Mets.
No, not at all. Obviously, going to see you signed the largest contract in baseball history, basically an $800 million contract, bunch of weird stipulations inside the contract. But no one really cared because it's like, yeah, it's Juan Soto. You're getting him for 15 years as a top 5 player in baseball, one of the top probably 3 hitter in baseball. And it's been a weird start to the season for Soto, where it's like he's never. I mean, it's not like not an average guy, but that's not his thing really. The average is down to a career low right now at 224. OPS is also at a career low right now with his 745. He's striking out at a pretty like a more often rate than usual. The walks are still there. Like that's always going to be the case with Soto. But even still, his 352 on base, that is, what was that? 36 points lower than his next lowest season. And that was his, actually not even, because that's split between 2 teams. That's a lot lower. Like he has a 417 career OBP. He's at a 352 right now. We're not seeing the Juan Soto that we're used to of top player in baseball, just one of the best pure hitters you have in the sport. And yeah, I want to say also, just to throw it on top, only 8 bombs through 201 at bats, only 8 bombs. That's just also very non Juan Soto.
Yeah, Caden. Not what you want out of the largest contract ever handed out in your first season as a 26-year-old. Not ideal. I'll be the good cop here. I mean, his expected numbers, love him. Like, he's been the unluckiest hitter in baseball by far. He's expected to have a 297 average, expected to have a 577 slugging, expected WOBA of 424. So, like, the numbers are there. Like, I think he's just getting incredibly unlucky. So I don't. If there's a guy that's going to turn around, it's Juan Soto, in my opinion.
I agree with that 100%. I don't think for any, like, I have no part of me that thinks Juan Soto is going to stay as an average-ish hitter. He's so much better than that. That it's just, I think, a slow start with the new team.
There's not going to be too many times where we could just, like, crap on Juan Soto. So, like, this is one of the few times. And, like, even with a poor Juan Soto, there's still 34-22. Like, once he starts going, like, the Mets are gonna be rolling, man. It's kind of awesome. It's like, who I'm happy for with the Mets is Pete Alonso, because he's just having the year of his life to prove everybody wrong, and I'm so happy to see that. Like, I'm so glad he's gonna get paid, and like, I mean, this is really gonna be their only year with him. There's no way they re-sign him, you think, right?
It'll be interesting because, I mean, Cohen, I don't think cares really about how much money he spends. That if Alonso keeps this up and is like another like big contributor for the Mets come playoff time, I think Cohen will try to re-sign him. But I mean, we saw last year they were very far apart in the dollar range. And it could be interesting. Getting Vlad off the market could increase his value. So that'll be interesting, especially if he keeps this up. It might get the price tag might get a little too high for them, but also Steve Cohen throws money to everyone.
That is true. That is, yeah. I mean, like 290 average, 43 RBIs, 11 bombs, 31 runs, like just crazy year. I mean, it doesn't help that like he's older, right? He's 30, 31. So like he's not like old, but like older for a first baseman. I wouldn't put him in like that Christian Walker range, obviously, because I think Christian Walker. He's 30. And Christian Walker's like 33.
35.
Christian Walker's 35?
I think.
Okay, so I wouldn't put him in that same range. I was gonna say like maybe they'll be like, oh, he's older, and they're gonna try and pull that crap on him. But
he's 34. Christian Walker's 34.
34. Still, I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe it won't be as long term of a deal, but he's definitely gonna get himself paid again because he's having a career year really. It's just these Mets in general. Like I think we talked about them a little bit last week. Like they're just a pitching lab.
Thank you. The Mets pitching lab is insane.
Their bullpen's just been nasty, man. They're just calling up random guys and just shove it. Even their pitching, their starter's been great, right?
Yeah, let's go through some of this right now. We'll start with that bullpen that you're talking about. It's insane. Huascar Brazoban, who's like a career bad reliever with the Marlins, has a 1.11 ERA through 32 innings this year. Reed Garrett's at a .76 ERA through 23 innings. Edwin Diaz 2.42. AJ Minter 1.64. And then you get to the starters where this is really the crazy part of the pitching lab. Griffin Canning, I think he was like what we started with last week when we were talking about it. One of the worst pitchers in baseball last year, had over a 5 ERA with the Angels. He's still, through 11 starts, 53 innings, sitting at a 3.23 ERA. Tyler McGill's at a 3.52 ERA. And then you get to the crazy stuff where Clay Holmes, first year as a starter, is throwing 60 innings with 11 starts, has 4 quality starts, and a 2.98 ERA with 56 strikeouts. David Peterson, he's not a bad lefty. He's just, someone usually a middle rotation guy, might give you around a 4 ERA, high threes. He's made 10 starts, 58 innings pitched with a 2.79 ERA. And then I think the biggest thing of it all is the Mets get Kodai Senga back. Obviously, his great rookie year should have been, I mean, looking back, he should have finished a lot higher in rookie of the year voting. And even like, he was a little undervalued that rookie year. We see him last year barely play, misses the start of the year with the injury, comes back for like one start, takes a ball off his shin, and then he's out until the playoffs. And I mean, that didn't go great, but Kodai Senga this year is really taking that next step that people thought we'd see last year before he obviously wasn't able to pitch, but he's taking that next step to a whole new level where 55 innings, a 1.46 ERA, about a 1.2 FIP, 52 Ks. Like the walks have always been an issue with Senga, and that's going to help keep that whip up. But he's limiting hard contact, limiting the hits, the big hits that'll hurt him with the free pass he gives up. And yeah, sitting at a sub 1.5 ERA right now through 55 innings. He's firmly in that NL Cy Young conversation right now. And the Mets are kind of like the Brewers, and they're just turning all these old, not great pitchers either in their starting rotation or bullpen, and they're just being dogs.
Yeah, you can't imagine, like, the ERAs are insane. Like, at this point in the year, like 2 months in, like, it's kind of nuts they're still that good. You know, it was 1.46. It's just nuts. And, like, I don't think anyone's expecting for, like, their ERAs to just be, like, this awesome. Like, just their stats in general to be this pitching to be this good. But, like, there's so many of them being good. You know what I mean? So, like, some of them are going to stick. But, like, their lineup isn't really hitting yet. And that's obviously what everyone thought was going to be, like, carrying them going into the year.
You and me said the exact same thing. We're like, well, the pitching might not be great, especially with the injuries we were seeing in spring training. You and me both thought were like, this lineup's going to be able to carry them past any pitching woes. And it's been the exact opposite through these first 2 months of the season.
Cade, we don't know what we're talking about, man. We don't.
Not at all.
I mean, yeah, Lindor's really not gotten going. I mean, 10 bombs, 269 average, 789 OPS. Like, he's going to get better. You think Nimmo's going to end up getting better. He's a 692 OPS. Vientos, he's going to get better. 690 OPS, 235 bombs. It's just like
this. The only one performing is Alonso on that offense.
Exactly.
It's Pete Alonso with a bunch of, like, underperformance.
And they're, 12 games above 500?
Yeah.
Like,
just behind the Phillies in the East.
If there's a team to go after a World Series bet right now, like a live odds, I would probably pick the Mets because this team's only going to get better, I think. Yeah. I don't think there's any way. Like, I love the Phillies, and we talk about them too. And they're only 2 games back. I don't think the Braves have a shot at winning this division anymore.
I don't think so. I think the Braves could still very well be a wild card team, but I don't think they're going to be in the division conversation.
They aren't even near it. They can't. They don't have the pitching. But like the Phillies and Mets, that race might be the most interesting race of the year, I think, in the regular season. I mean, what else would you put up there? The Padres and Dodgers?
As I say, that would be the only one that comes to my mind. If the Padres can keep up at the pace they are right now, and that's the thing, though, I think the Dodgers are going to start winning even more games. I think their pitching staff's going to start figuring some things out. So that might get separated some. That might be the only close conversation. But yeah, I think Mets, Phillies, that's going to be – people were talking about it at the start of the season. I think we're going to be talking about it till the end of September on who's going to actually win this division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like we said about earlier, the AL West, but like I don't think this is interesting. There's so many teams that anything could happen. It's interesting, but it isn't like just 2 alphas going back and forth. So
it's like
end of the year, those matches will be gross.
No. So yeah, a late September series between the Mets and Phillies that both teams want all the games to just get that little more edge. That could be great baseball.
Oh, that's playoff baseball right there, honestly.
It's playoff baseball a month early is what it basically is. Exactly.
100%. 100%.
Now, though, let's look at some of these youngsters in the league where the Rookie of the Year conversation's been interesting this year because we've not really seen in either league really one player like assert themselves above the pack in this. Like in the AL, it's a little more of that, but NL is wide open right now. Let's go with the AL where the favorite is Jacob Wilson.
Beast.
There has to be regression coming with him.
I mean, yeah, the 900
page has so much dark blue.
This is the thing, though, Caden. I don't trust the bombs. I don't trust the bombs. I don't think he's a 30 home run guy. I think he's like a 20, 25 bomb guy at caps.
At best.
Yeah. In general, his career. I mean, maybe we'll see. The way it's so weird how he plays. He barrels everything. He doesn't
actually barrel anything. He doesn't. He's in the 10th percentile of barrel rate.
I mean, he's hitting the ball hard, I feel like, when you watch his game.
10th percentile of hard hit rate.
I mean, expected batting average of 313. You'd think the slugging numbers come down, but, like, you watch him in game, man. I really don't. Like, I know he's not. I just feel like he's just not a savant guy. He's the 1 percentile? Is he the slowest bat in the major leagues?
He's the slowest bat in the major leagues.
That's insane. I think he's. I mean, he's proven everybody wrong. You can't tell me he's not. Like, he's the clear favorite in the AL. He's the only real favorite. Was he minus 200 right now?
Minus 230 right now, yeah.
And, like, the rest of the American League, there isn't really anybody that really challenge him right now. I mean, we talked, like, Dominguez and Will Warren, Shane Smith. Like, Campbell really fell off hard. He's really fallen off hard.
Simpson hasn't looked bad.
But, like, not enough to really play. Wilson with a 900 OPS, like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Another bomb today too against McCullers, and I'm really excited. I mean, do you think he has, like, what's his potential as, like, shortstop in the league? Like, do you think he has the ability to be a top 5 shortstop in baseball? Not just
actually, let me see. Because what's his field? Okay, he's an above average fielder. He's in the 72nd percentile for OAA right now. Like, if that glove can stick, I think he will be able to stick at shortstop for a while because while he doesn't walk at all, like I said, he's in the 20th percentile of walk rate, where he only walks 5.5% of the time. He only strikes out 5% of the time. He doesn't strike. His chase rate's awful too. Like, he swings at pitches nowhere near the zone, but he's making contact with them. Like, it's probably not the best comp, but in my eyes, he might have a little Luis Ariz in him.
I was just thinking, he's like Luis Ariz, a little more pop right now.
Yeah, exactly. They don't strike out. They don't walk. They just go out there, swing at stuff, and they make contact.
I love players like this. I love Jacob Wilson. Like, they're so funky, dude. You see his stance too? How he hits?
I don't like. This is the thing. I don't like Luis Ariz. He's not like he's a good singles hitter, and that's the only thing he's good at. He can't. Awful at fielding, awful at base running, has negative pop. The only thing he's good at is hitting singles. Jacob Wilson has more than that, which I agree. I like Wilson. Yeah, not a bad glove. If you can play league average, a little above league average defense at shortstop, that's very valuable. And then, he's hitting like Luis Ariz, but he has more pop, has a little more sprint speed. He's only in the 39th percentile of sprint speed, but that's better than Luis Ariz. And then, just being able to get those those more extra base hits over the home runs. I think he'll stick at short, I think, for a while in the league. Top 5, that might be a little aggressive, I think, for him. I don't know if his ceiling is that high particularly, but I think he's going to be a consistent shortstop in the league for a while. Basically a little better Luis Ariz, I could see.
It's like a number 8 to 10 shortstop in baseball. You feel like for a while.
I could see him being hovering around that top 10 for a while, never like cracking into the top 5, but never really falling too like the furthest he might fall out of the top 10 like that 12-13 range. Still a top half shortstop in the league, but never like the elite.
I can see that. I can agree with that. I think I'm a little higher on Wilson. I like him. Like, I think the bombs right now, I don't know. The 7 bombs is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna add more juice to his game. I think, and he's only 23. And I was also seeing this the other day. This is kind of an off note. Like Jacob Wilson's 23, and I was looking, and Bobby Witt's 24. I'm like, holy crap, that's insane to me. Like he's probably younger than Jason Dominguez, and that's just insane to me. Just like how we take for granted how good Bobby Witt is. But back to Wilson.
Gunnar Henderson's only 23.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, I know Ellie's like 23 too. It's somebody. Yeah. You're like, wow, this rookie class sucks.
I know. I think a lot of people have been saying this, but I think I agree. We might be entering like another prime age of shortstops.
Oh god, yeah, for sure. I mean, like
you still have a little bit of the old guard with Seager and Lindor, but then you have the new guys. Then you have the new guys: Witt, Henderson. I mean, Wilson coming up, Ellie.
Ellie Gunnar, and Witt are going to be like the staples of next decade. Like in the top 3 at the position, right? I mean, is there anybody that? I mean, I guess you could say Wilson, but like, is there anybody else that would even like stick that? Assuming like, let's just say the Lindors and Seagers are going to get old and fade off. Like, is there anybody you think like could challenge that?
I mean, as of right now, I'd say it's those 3 being like they're going to be riding the top of the shortstop for a while. I mean, little homer bias, I get. Ezekiel Tovar, if he starts really breaking out with the bat, maybe, because he's already an amazing glove. But
Ryan Ritter's raking in the minors right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is.
From where I live, dog. I know, like, prospects. Like, the only prospect I can think of that's, like, shortstop-wise, I, like, love that, like, I don't think he's going to stick a shortstop, though, is
Sebastian Walcott.
I'm not a big Walcott guy. I'm not a big DeVries guy either. I like him, but I feel like the age thing, he strikes out too much for me to like him as much as everybody else does. But, like, Connor Griffin, though, which he kind of strikes out too, but, like, I feel like that dude's, like, the only guy that could really, like, come up and be, like, a top 3 shortstop. I could see that happening. Like, I see him being Bobby Witt. Like, I could very well see that. But
remember when Bobby Witt was like an awful defender at third base? Then they moved him to short the next year, and all of a sudden he was great at defense.
I don't know. Yeah, like just like
his rookie year, they played him at third, and he was statistically like either the worst or second worst defender in baseball when he came to OAA. They move him to shortstop, and he's one of the best shortstops defensively.
Yeah, really. Like, was he just third base all throughout the minors?
No, he was just shortstop.
It's just, I mean, if he's just used to that, then I mean, obviously, I think third base probably the hardest position, but like I feel like shortstop's right there. Like it's not like
shortstop's hard. I mean, I think you'd rather have a Gold Glove defender at shortstop than third base. I don't know. I'd say that's one of the toughest defensive. Like that in center field, I think, are where you made, like, if you have 2 good defenders, you hope it's your shortstop center fielder. Then
but I feel like third is really close. I think third's really, really close. I mean, what Nato's been able to do over the course of his career and stuff, you're like, oh god, yeah, like I want that. Mm-hmm. I think we might have talked about this one other time, but I saw Soderstrom. They were talking about giving him some reps at third base, and like he's never played third base. Yeah, and they never gave him third base. Like he's never played third base in his career. And I'm just thinking like he probably like he was like never played in his life. Now he's gonna go try and play an MLB game. Dude's hitting freaking rockets like 110 miles per hour at him. Like the coach were probably in practice hitting fungos to him in like 2 minutes. Like, all right, get out of there. Like, you ain't gonna play here. You know what I mean? I love thinking about that. But
we just see some walk out there, and all of a sudden it's Aaron Judge at the plate.
Yeah, get in the outfield, man. Come on, right?
Yeah. Hey, but yeah, like we said, the National, like while the American League has Jacob Wilson, kind of sit at the top. The National League Cy Young voting is wide open right now, where Drake Baldwin is actually your favorite. And I don't know how long that's going to last because since Sean Murphy's came back, he's been raking, and now that's cutting into the playing time with Drake Baldwin. And I mean, Baldwin, though, 337 average, 5 home runs, a 912 OPS out of your catcher. That's amazing.
Yeah,
but he's also only played in 33 games and had 98 at bats because Sean Murphy's come back and looked like he did in 23 with the Braves, not like he did last year.
Yeah, it's annoying. Like, there's nowhere else to put him, too. You know, I mean, Acuña's back. Like, what are you gonna do?
Acuña's back. You have Marcell Ozuna just raking as your DH every day. Matt Olson at first base.
You see, like, the top two names, him and AJ Smith-Shawver are, like, the 1-2 for Rookie of the Years, but then, like, the Braves have been struggling so much, you know. I like AJ Smith-Shawver. I don't know if I believe in it. His expected numbers are pretty brutal right now.
I agree. I agree with you on Smith-Shawver.
Like, I think he's good. He started using a splitter. Like, I think he's good, but I don't think he's this good.
No. He's not a 3-2 guy.
Logan Henderson I do love. But they just are just sending him down, though. They're just like, we're not going to use you. We're going to use you like once every 2 weeks, and you're going to shove, but then we're going to send you right back down. Like shove, too. Like 6 innings, 8 Ks, no earned runs. He's like, all right, get back down and triple. We don't need you, bud. Yeah.
Go dominate some minor leaguers now, even though you just dominated the big leaguers.
It makes no sense to me at all. And like, honestly, if the Pirates don't call up Bubba Chandler by the month of June, if he's still in the minors all throughout June, Caden, like, I don't know what I would do, but I would do some brutal things because I don't understand it. What other
sense?
What other explanation? I mean, race wide open. You get that comp A pick if your rookie wins Rookie of the Year, obviously. Wide open, call Bubba Chandler. The guy's got what? He's got like a 2.27 ERA in like 60 Ks and 40 innings or something like that. Just dominating. And the Pirates just like, no, let's just keep you down here.
The Pirates are one of the most dysfunctional franchises in baseball. I think we know that with them having a top 3 pitcher in baseball already and then deciding to spend no money ever on hitters. Even when they're bad, good, doesn't matter. They don't like spending money on the hitters, and they're one of the worst offenses in baseball. They've scored the least amount of runs in baseball, worse than the Colorado Rockies. And they're just a little incompetent up top that, you already have a dominant pitcher. Why not see if Bubba Chandler can also be that insane dominant pitcher that a lot of us think he can be? And like you said, win Rookie of the Year. This is a wide open race. You get basically an extra first-round pick. Like, it's a comp A pick. So right at the end of the first round, you get another pick just because of how good your dudes were. It's a no-brainer for them to call up Bubba Chandler. He should be up. He should already be up. If he's not up by the end of June, they're doing something wrong.
But they're doing something wrong the entire time. It's just, like, we riot. That's what happens. We riot for Bubba. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm looking right now. The plus 2,100 odds is looking pretty juicy for that Rookie of the Year. Even though the guy hasn't even touched foot in a major league thing. I mean, just.
You know what else is a little interesting? The only thing that hurts him is that the Dodgers don't use him a lot. It's the man Hai-Sung Kim.
He is good.
What is that dog at base? Like, he comes over, everyone's like, who's this Hai-Sung Kim guy the Dodgers signed? Gave him like 3 years for $12 million. Oh, he started the year in the minors, whatever. Yeah, he hasn't played much, but 19 games, 41 at-bats, hitting .365 and .859 OPS, put up half a WAR in those games, 4 stolen bases. You can just kind of see it when he's on the field. When he puts that ball in play, he thinks he can make anything a base hit. Doesn't matter if it's a sharp ground ball to first base. He thinks he can make that hit. You get him going a gap or when he's on the bases. He's an elite base runner, plays a great glove, and he looks like he can slap the ball around some. Like he just needs to get highlighted, and it's kind of sucks that the Dodgers lineup so good that Kim just gets thrown in the shuffle. Been playing in AAA,
Yeah,
or just
did they start him off in AAA? It's
and start him in AAA after. It's like he's so much better than that, and they're just lineup so good that it's like, yeah, he might not win Rookie of the Year just because he's not gonna probably play as much as a lot of these other guys, but what he's been doing is worth highlighting because he's been a dog for them.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting. I can't believe how bad of a race it has been in the NL, like the NL Rookie of the Year. Like it's quite sad, honestly. You know what I mean? Like because there's guys performing. Yeah, you know, you're just like you're looking at like there's guys that are performing, like the guys that are performing. There are guys performing in the National League. Like, okay, look at Henderson. Just don't play. Just don't play. Yeah, it's just so funny to me.
Yeah, Drake Baldwin. Yeah, now your playing time's getting cut down. Hi-Son Kim, you're not going to play much.
There's like 30 guys on here for the odds to win Rookie of the Year in the NL. 30 probably, dude. It's everybody. There's like two from each team, man. It's nuts. Matt Shaw. Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of names for the American League, but the odds get crazy. The National League, you have to go down a lot to see the odds like really get out of control because of how open the race still is. Like, I mean, Roki Sasaki, who's been bad this year, still plus 2,500, and he's injured right now.
He's dude. He's brutal. That might be like
Ben Kasperius, the reliever for the Dodgers, is plus 2,500 as well.
Oh my goodness.
Dylan Cruz is plus 2,200, and he's been brutal. This NL races, no one wants it. Or if they're playing good, their teams don't want them to play. Or just have people performing.
The fact that Bubba Chandler, it's June pretty much, and he isn't even called up yet, and his is only plus 2,000 odds, 2,100 odds is nuts. That's insane to me.
Oh, it's insane. Because, yeah, you look at the AL, the first guy at plus 2,000, it's Christian Campbell. He's been on the big league club since day one for the Red Sox. And they're like, yeah, Bubba Chandler, I know you have 0 big league innings. We're through 2 months of the season. But you're going to be sitting at the 9th best odds in the NL, even though you haven't pitched an inning. And even though it's the 9th best odds, you're very close with most of the other players in odds. Like, I think that just kind of also proves the point. We riot if Bubba Chandler isn't called up soon.
I'll be right there with you, Caden. We'll be on the their famous bridge over there. We want Bubba. We want Bubba. Put it on a T-shirt.
I bet we would get a lot of people joining us.
City of Pittsburgh, man.
The city of Pittsburgh will be on that bridge.
Baseball in general. All baseball fans would fly in against Bubba Chandler.
We'd have a bunch of people on that bridge shouting, "We want Bubba."
Oh, yeah. We would get Bubba.
Hey, if it comes down to it, it comes down to it. Either way, Bubba Chandler needs to be up soon.
This podcast is, we're here for it. Vouching.
Exactly. Vouching. Like, last week, we said we love the Tigers. I think this is just, we love Bubba Chandler. We need to see him start pitching I guess not meaningful because the Pirates suck. But big league innings 2 weeks ago.
Start his clock already. Gosh.
Yeah. The Pirates are bad. The Rockies are bad. The White Sox are bad. Let's go.
Baseball's back.
Baseball's back, baby.
Make baseball great again.
Well, Dwight, you got anything else for us today?
Not much, Caden. Not much.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the Untouchaballs podcast. If you did, leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to come out on top in these Rookie of the Year votes? Do you think the Mets or the Phillies will come out in the NL East? Almost at West, NL East. Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. And if you guys like betting, make sure to check out the first episode of Statistical Swinging. Came out on the channel yesterday as this is coming out. It's all betting. It's previewing the Memorial for the PGA this weekend. So if you want to look at any of that stuff, check that out as well. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we hope to see you next time.